Hey everyone, if you're new to the channel, I'm Jessica.
And I'm Jason.
And we just got back from a 3-day, 2-night luxurious cruise down Ha Long Bay. We wanted to share with you our experience in case you are in Vietnam and are interested in taking this cruise. All right, so let's start from the very beginning on booking a Ha Long Bay cruise, because there are a million cruise lines, everything from budget to luxury and anything in between. We kind of went the middle of the road route and we booked with Peony Cruises. I actually booked it through booking.com, which was a little bit cheaper for us. So that may be another option for you to look at if you're considering a trip to Ha Long Bay. Look at all of your options, the itineraries that are provided and what's included, and then you'll pick the one that's best for you. But Peony Cruises was great for us, and I did it through booking.com. So we were actually staying in Hanoi, so we had to get to Ha Long Bay. So one of the first things that I asked were, what were the transportation options? So we had two different options to pick from. You could either take a private car, which was $170 for the two of us round trip, which isn't terrible, but $170 sounds like a lot. It's about a 2.5 to 3 hour trip. The other option was to take a group bus, which turned out to be kind of like a limousine type bus. It's only a 7-seater, which was really nice.
And the people that were on there were people that were going on the cruise too.
Yeah, they were on our cruise with Peony. So, and that was $35 a person round trip. So that wasn't bad at all. So they send you a time. Ours was between 8:10 and 8:20 to be out in front of your hotel. They were very prompt with showing up, so that was very nice. And then we started our journey to Ha Long Bay.
So guys, I am so excited. And I was just in here, I was getting ready to tell Jason, I was like, no, I want to tell you guys too, because like it's such a weird feeling that for years to pick activities or see people do things that you're like, man, I would love to do that. And now you're doing it and checking it off. Like I feel just like I'm a kid in a candy store, but it's an odd feeling to be checking things off a list that you never thought you would ever be able to do.
You just watch people do.
Yeah, you just watch people do, and you're like, oh, one day. And I think everybody says one day.
Yeah.
Like when my kids are grown, or when I saved up a little bit more money, or all these things, and then life happens, and like I have this opportunity to do it. We're so grateful.
So halfway through the trip down there, they do stop for a bathroom break.
I was nervous about that. 3 hours is a long time for me, so I was glad there was a stop, which everything online said there was, but nevertheless, you never know if that's actually going to happen. So we were given about 20 minutes. We just kind of walked to the little store, saw what it had to offer. I had a very interesting encounter in the restroom.
So I seriously cannot make this stuff up. Thankfully, we did stop. We're about, I don't know, an hour and a half into the trip-ish, a little over an hour.
I think you looked, we had like an hour left or something.
About an hour left.
Yeah.
So they do make a stop. It seems like this is where all the tour places kind of come. There's food, there's restaurants. The toilets are actually in very good condition. They're in there cleaning them and stuff. I did bring my own toilet paper, which I'm glad. There was some on the wall and I missed it. I didn't notice it. And so I got into this.
So that's what that was when you first walked in.
Yeah.
It's right there on the wall before you go. Okay.
So you take your own toilet paper in there, and I just didn't see it when I walked in because they were cleaning one side and the other, and I got distracted. But Jason hasn't even heard what happened yet. I said, nope, I'm going to wait till he turns on the camera to say this. I swear I can't make this up.
What?
So I stand up.
Nuh-uh.
My tissue in the box like I'm supposed to. I don't know what was behind the trash can, but this mouse, I'm assuming, shoots out from behind the toilet and runs like 2 stalls down. I only caught like the end of it, but I saw the tail, and I was like,
oh my
So it was in there with me the whole time, and I guess when I hit the toilet, it startled it and it took off.
Wow. Holy cow. Never a dull moment, is there? Never a dull moment.
So once we got to Ha Long Bay, to the Peony Cruise check-in point, everything was very smooth, but a little chaotic. There was a lot
of, I wouldn't say yelling, but there was a lot of commotion, going on. Yeah, absolutely.
So they'll take your luggage, they check you in, they give you your boarding pass, which is like a lanyard with a number on it. So we were on Peony number 2. And then you just sit and wait, because the Peony cruise boat, because it's large, can't actually dock where we're at. So you have to take a tender boat all the way out to it, which is about a 30-minute ride. So they'll call everybody that's on Peony number 2, and then you will get on this little tender boat and you will go out to the big Peony cruise boat. Some people were on different ones, and so we saw them at the excursions, but we weren't actually on the boat with them.
Yeah. So once they get you to the boat, you go directly to the dining area where they serve a buffet.
Yeah, and it was pretty good. Nothing fancy, but I mean, lots of different options. There's plenty of things, whether you eat seafood or you don't. There was some salad options, fruit, bread. So it was nice to kind of get on and immediately have food. And that's to give them time to bring your luggage on and then to them to be able to give you your key card because you weren't given that right away.
That's right. You get your key card during that little lunch there.
So after we got our key card, we had our lunch. I was most excited for seeing our room. The nice thing about Peony cruises, and I think the majority of them that are this way, but not all of them, so double check it, but all of the rooms on Peony had a balcony. And I was really excited for that.
Yeah.
So the first thing we did was go check out the room.
So the rooms were really nice. They were clean. The bed was nice. Everything was
big open bay window that had like a almost like a little day couch sitting area, so you could sit there and look out if you didn't want to be outside. You had 2 seats and a chair to sit outside and look at, the scenery if you wanted to sit outside. We had a king bed, which was 2 singles put into one. You had nightstands. You had, a nice bathroom with a big
tub.
The big deep tubs, which actually had a window. So once you got in there, you could open up your window and check out the scenery from the bathtub if you wanted to.
But be careful because there are other boats floating around you and you can see into other people's rooms.
Now, one of the first things that happened that I just said we have to do it is we're standing outside on the balcony.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
So we're standing outside on the balcony and there's a lady in a boat with a motor on it that has all types of snacks and she's rowing up alongside our big boat that's moving too.
Yeah.
And so she comes up and she will just point to the different things and you tell her what you want. And because we were on the second level, she has to put it up in a net.
Yeah, a little stick with a net on it, yeah.
And then you take your item out and she tells you how much and you put it in there and then she takes it back and then she carries on.
I will say though, it was nice being on the second floor because they can literally look into your room if you're on the first floor.
So if you're not wanting to purchase anything,
they're just sitting there riding right beside you.
They're just riding right along, and so I could see that being a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Versus we said no thank you, but I could still look straight out and it really didn't bother me.
Yeah.
But the first floor would probably be a little unfortunate.
So right after we got into our room, probably 30 minutes or so, they announced that it was time to go kayaking and swimming. So I don't think, Jessica, have you ever kayaked? Was that your first time or?
You don't remember kayaking with me in the Philippines?
So we did do some kayaking in the Philippines a couple years ago and we really enjoyed it. And she was just ready to go. I was like, let's get it. So we went kayaking.
We made it on the kayak. You can see who's working hard. I was. What, not honey?
Yeah, you're doing a really, really good job. She was doing a great job.
Kayaking's a lot of work.
What?
Kayaking's a lot of work. Oh, there you are.
What's up?
Guys, this is awesome. So I've seen in pretty much all of the cruises, but definitely ours, so we're with Peony Cruises, the kayaks were included. So we have what, an hour-ish?
Yeah, somewhere around an hour.
To kind of kayak. You can come back early. You can be swimming at this time if you want to as well, but if you want to swim, you need to stay back at the boat. They're not licensed for people to be swimming out here. But the scenery, like, there's just nothing like it. And it's very peaceful. It's quiet. You don't have any of the boats back here, so they're not like starting up and taking off or anything. And it is just so quiet. Check this out.
But the weather was not that great, to be honest.
No, it was unfortunate. We kind of saw what the weather was going to be before we went. So we knew it wasn't going to be great. So we were able to kayak around these big limestone cliffs, almost kind of like in a circle. And as we're coming around the other side, Jason's like, "Ooh, look at that." And so he's paddling faster and he said, "Hey, Jess, you might want to help me out." So I decided to help paddle a little bit.
And then we can go back.
Oh no, we come around
like the mountains that we were supposed to come around. We're sitting here taking in the view, and Jason says, paddle, paddle. It's because it's starting to rain.
We ain't gonna do nothing. Look, they can't see it, but if you look over there, you can see it
like
coming
I don't
in.
know if you can see, but like it is straight up coming in. I knew my butt was gonna be wet, but I was hoping to keep my shirt dry. I only brought one black shirt, and well, black is my signature color on this trip. Oh, it's coming.
I can actually hear the rain.
Oh no!
I got blisters on my thumbs now.
Do you really? Aw, I'm sorry. Maybe I should put this down and help. All right. Bye, guys. All right, so here's our boat. And everybody has a balcony. We're on the second floor. So kind of in the center's where the food and everything is towards the back. And then we're just one room off.
Yeah, and so it rained on us there at the end, but you know, not a big deal. We ended up actually jumping in and going swimming once we got back for a little bit.
Yeah. So that was the other option. You could kayak or you could swim, or you didn't have to do either. But we kayaked and then swim.
Yep.
So next, which is kind of the same itinerary for day 1 and day 2, is that you have happy hour at 5 o'clock up on the top deck.
Yep.
So they've got some refreshments. You can buy half-price drinks. And then at 6 o'clock, they do a cooking demonstration. And so our first night was actually the fresh spring rolls, which I made him get up and make one.
And I kicked it, I'll be honest, man. I mean, I kicked it. The chef was asking me to come into the kitchen to help him out.
You kicked it?
I did, because I did so good. Face down. It was a lot of fun, actually, and they do that every night, and it's a little bit different.
Night 2, we actually had the deep fried
Yeah.
spring. So it was a similar concept. They just did it where you fried it, so it was uncooked ingredients. Excuse me.
Come on.
Versus the first night that was already cooked because you could eat it right away.
So at 7 o'clock every night is dinner time.
And they feed you a lot.
Yes.
So it's a 5-course dinner. So you always get like a salad, a soup, you get like a entree, and then you get to pick between 2 different entrees as your main one. So there's always going to be like a seafood option, and then there was something different. So I either had chicken or beef, and then if you're vegetarian, they would prepare something separate, and then you had dessert. And normally after like the first 3 courses, we were kind of done.
Yeah, that third course, I'm like, gosh, I'm ready for dessert. I don't need the next one, yeah. But the food was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't anything special or anything, but
for us it was nice.
It was nice.
It was.
Yeah.
And for us it was nice just to kind of be served and to not have to figure out where we're going to eat every day. It's like we just picked from the menu and then it was brought to us. So the experience was very nice and the food was pretty good. And there's plenty of it, so you didn't have to worry about going hungry.
And every night after dinner is squid fishing.
Just like our weather, squid fishing
Wasn't
wasn't
so
great either.
So it's like off season right now, but they said during the season when that, you know, they're running, I guess is what you would call it, I guess. They're catching 15 to 30
Yeah, like a
night. So, but
they made a joke that if we didn't catch squid, then you didn't get breakfast.
yeah, so
They still had breakfast.
but I went and did it just to say I've done it before.
Yeah, they turn on the lights like an hour before, which actually makes the water very, very pretty and blue to try and attract them in. And then you've got your pole.
Yeah, and you're
on
just
the
jigging
string in the water, and you hope you catch one, but we didn't. That's okay.
So, I mean, that doesn't conclude that night. I mean, you can go back upstairs to the bar area and drinking, but
Yeah,
that
they had
concluded the night for us. We went to bed.
We did.
We retreated and went to bed. I was exhausted after squid fishing, to be honest with you. It was exhausting. But unfortunately, the next morning wasn't so great for us. Where we placed Jessica's clothes was where we were supposed to place them, but it was right above the AC unit. And
It was right below the AC unit.
yeah, below, sorry. And the AC unit started leaking.
Apparently in the middle of the night.
All of her clothes were soaked. But Peony Cruise Line, they took care of us. They came in. They fixed the issue. They took your clothes and hung them up.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how they got dry, but by the time we got back, they were dry. There's no washer, dryer, or anything like that on this type of cruise, so we're just assuming maybe in the engine
room or something. I'm sure the
somewhere
guy
it was hot.
Yeah. So, but that day we went out to. We were supposed to go to the village to walk around the village out there, and that's a day trip. So they put you on a day boat. So you go from the main boat onto a day boat, and the day boat consists of a dining room, a kitchen, restrooms, and outdoor seating.
Yeah.
And so we were heading out to the village, and we were probably an hour and a half into the ride.
Yeah, it was a 2-hour ride. It's very slow.
Yeah.
It could have easily been a 30-minute ride, but it's a very slow cruise.
But as we got further and further out, the water got rough. All right, so we were supposed to be going out to a day trip. Oh man, look at him. So we're supposed to be going out to a day trip, but they told us to sit down, that we had some waves coming in. Then we turned around. So I'm not sure if maybe we're calling the trip. There's another boat turning around as well. And before we made it out into the ocean or the open water, they ended up turning around.
Whipped it around.
Yeah.
It was unfortunate. Out of everything that was on the itinerary, it was the one thing I was most excited for, because you can bike around the island, or you can take a
Electric car.
an electric car if you can't bike. But you got to get to see how the local people live in the village, and you can get some snacks and stuff. But it is what it is, and they made the best of it. They took us to another area that was called a cave, where we got on some bamboo boats where a local would row you around, and they took you in kind of through a cave and out the other one. Not very big, but they made the best of it. And,
Yeah.
and it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
And so after that, we went back to the day boat, and they served us lunch.
Which was still a ton of food.
Yeah, it was a ton of food. And then we did some kayaking and some more swimming. Though we did not do any because she only had one set of clothes, and we just weren't sure what was going on back at the main boat.
Yeah, but you just sat and enjoyed the scenery.
Oh yeah, it was
some
still
people
super
kayaked,
nice.
Some people didn't. So, and actually, it turns out when we got back and we realized I had dry clothes, we actually turned around and went kayaking from the main boat at that point. So we really didn't miss out on anything. We got to enjoy the scenery, and then we kayaked when we got back, which was nice.
Yeah, and so this day kind of. You do the same thing as you did the day before. At 5 o'clock is happy hour. 6 was like the cooking demonstration, and then 7 was dinner again. And then we went to bed.
You could do squid fishing.
You could do, yeah. And then you can go to bed or go back up for some drinks. The next morning though is the morning that we were leaving, so that would have been day 3. And on that day, you get up, you eat your breakfast, and the breakfast is all buffet style.
Yes. Every breakfast is.
Yeah.
And their hash browns are phenomenal. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've been out of the U.S. for so long, but
they were crispy outside. They were good.
My favorite.
They were good.
And they had like a hint of an onion taste, and they were delicious.
So that day, even if you're only there for one night, that second day or third day, depending on what you're staying, hopefully I'm not confusing you, you go to a cave. And this is a very quick excursion. I think it was only like an hour and a half or something.
If that. I mean, basically you got off the boat onto a day boat that took them to land, and then you did a 15-minute...
It wasn't even a day boat. I think it was like the little tender boat that you just jumped on.
Did it happen during the day?
Well, yeah, but I didn't take the day boat. Actually, it happened during the morning.
That would be the day. Oh, my goodness. Regardless, they put you on a small boat, take you to the land, and then...
A 15-minute car ride to the cave, and then 100 and some steps you have to walk.
Yeah. And then you go through a small cave, which we were told was actually shorter in time frame than it was for the bus to get there.
Yeah, they spent more time on the bus than they did in the cave, they said. So
we kind of felt, because we had already done a cave and it had started raining
Yeah,
again.
it started raining again.
We were having to commute back to Hanoi. I didn't have many clothes, even though they were dry. I wanted to get them washed up because of just dripping from the AC. So we actually just relaxed for the morning, enjoyed the scenery, and kind of packed up, which was perfect for us. Then finally, even though you had breakfast at 6:30,
Oh, yeah.
they served you brunch again at like 10 o'clock
Yeah.
once everybody got back. So you still had brunch, and then everybody deboarded back onto the tender boat, back to land, and then you waited for your luggage, and then you had the same transportation back to your hotel, or if you needed to change it for some reason, they would accommodate that at that time.
And every day they're bringing new people on.
Every day.
Every day.
It was kind of crazy because there's two options.
Yeah.
There's the 3 days, 2 nights, or there's the 2 days, 1 night,
1 night, yeah.
option. And so because we were out on a day trip, they were actually bringing other people on and taking other people off. So every day you're seeing new people, and people that were on there are no longer on there. It's quite well ran.
Yeah. So let's talk about, should you do 1 day or 2 day or 1 night or 2 nights? Now, I'll say that, I don't know, I felt like when you get on a cruise ship, or I guess it says cruise, that we would be cruising.
This really bothered him for some reason.
That was not the case.
It cruised.
It cruised a little bit. Okay, so we went from the little tender boat from where we got checked in for the very first day to the main boat, and then maybe we went 10 minutes up.
They go really slow.
And then we swam. And then we got back on, and then maybe we went another 5 to 10 minutes up before they anchored again for the night. So basically what was happening is that the location that you swam and kayaked on the main boat, you would always go back to that location. And then the location that you slept at night, you go back to that location. So there was very little bit of cruising, I guess you could say. It was kind of, you went to this location, you sat, and you went to another location.
That really bothered
It
me.
really did bother me a little bit. Like,
If you can't tell, he's very upset about this. It didn't bother me. I mean, to me, the thing about Halong Bay is the scenery, and you've got 360-degree views. So whether I'm parked here, or I'm parked there, or I'm parked there, it all looks slightly different, but the whole concept is the same. So.
yeah. Should you stay 2 days, 1 night, or 3 days, 2 nights?
For me, I'm dead in the center. I don't
Yeah.
have a good answer. I think it depends on the person. For us, we have been traveling what still felt like fast for us, and we were tired and just wanted some extra time to be able to relax and take it all in. And I really wanted to go to the fishing village, and the shorter option doesn't provide that. So we did the longer one. Now that I've done the longer one, if you're just wanting to see it, do a little excursion, have a couple meals, and see the scenery, then I think the 2 days, 1 night could be sufficient, especially if you're trying to save money and you're worried about missing out. Really, I think the only thing you're missing is going to the village.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we did the 3 days, but if like anybody came to visit us or we were to do it again for some reason, I think I would only do the 2 day moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, I think we will end this here. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. We're happy to answer them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out our channel. And we'll see you guys in the next one.